I'm really excited to bring this to you today. What is this? This is how you're going to take your square body long bed and cut it down to a short bed. We've had a lot of success with our 63 to 72 long bed to short bed conversion. So we've got you the same thing for your 73 to 87 Chevy and GMC square bodies. Now, I don't have enough time to go through the entire thing today, but I'm going to give you a quick little lesson on how this goes in. So you stay tuned, you hear? So like I said, I don't have time for a full-blown instruction, but I'm just going to give you a quickie gig here. You're obviously going to have to take off your bed. You're going to want to take out your exhaust, your drive shaft. You're going to have brake lines. You're going to have fuel lines. You're going to have electric lines. So you're going to have to get everybody on off of there to get to this stage right here. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I hate math, and that's why I love this, because we've got simple 1, 2, 3. We're just going to follow that. So what happens is we're going to drill out number 1 first. We're going to go ahead and we're going to bolt that on with the bolts that come with the kit. After it's bolted on, we're just going to cut it right here. We're going to cut it right here. We're going to join the two pieces together, and we're going to bolt it right to this brace right here. Actually, I think it goes like that maybe. But after we get it all bolted together, we're still going to use some of this right here in order to cut the correct amount off the back end and show where to drill the holes for the bumper. So it's nice, it's simple, it's complete. You can have your kid do it if you want. Let me get drilling and I'll show you what comes up. Now, drilling my holes out, what I've done is I've started with an 1/8 inch drill bit, and I've drilled out through every single one of my little holes that's showing here. And the reason I'm doing that is when I'm using my 7/16, I want to make sure I stay in the center all the way through. So that's why we're using our 1/8 inch first. After all of our holes are drilled, I can go ahead and cut the frame right here and join it together. Now, what I want you to take a look at right here is you see this bolt pattern right here? That's the same bolt pattern you got right here. Bolt pattern right here, same bolt pattern you got right here. So after we cut these, we're going to be able to put this in, bolt it on, slide it right up, bolt it on, and we're basically going to be almost done. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut this baby on out. So all I've done is just brought my frame forward so they meet. I'll be taking this channel right here, simply putting it in the back, lining up my holes. A punch will help you when you're doing that. And then I'll just bolt everything on up, and that'll be looking pretty. The portion that I cut off right here, we're still going to be using this. You'll notice this says bumper on it. So I'm going to show you how to use the rest of this and transition it to using it on the back and cutting off the slight amount we need and drilling out the bumper holes too. All right, so we are all tightened up. Now you can see it's got quite a few bolts on this, making it nice and secure, but you're still going to want to weld this up right here. This is actually secure enough that if you don't have a welder, you could go ahead and put your drive shaft in after you shorten it, drive over to your buddy's house or a welder, and then get it welded up. But I would recommend to weld this. So I'm going to go ahead and weld this up, then I'm going to show you what to do on the back. So stay tuned. So let's take a look what's left of the template here. You can see this right here says bumper on it, and you can see these lines right here. We're just going to cut those right out. We're going to take the piece that's left over, put it right up on there, and we're going to mark right here, and that will be the piece that comes off. Now before I can cut this off, I need to take this support right here and I need to take it off, and I need to move it forward to holes that are already in the frame right here. Now when I do that, I just grind off the head of them, or I'll get a chisel and knock them off and punch them out. But you want to make sure you don't do any damage to this support right here, because like I said, we're going to put it right up in here. So let me get all that stuff going on, then I'll show you how to drill out the holes for your bumper, and so you can bolt it right on. Now I've cut my piece off right here, and I'm still using my template in order to mark my holes. So on the top right here, you'll notice you've got this hole here, and that is to mimic this hole. That's where the bed bolts down to, so we'll just put this right on top, and then we'll draw this hole out. Then on your bumper bolts, you'll notice that it says right here bumper and bumper 1/8 holes. Now this has to go on the inside in order to get them in the right spot. Now the reason that is that this here has 52-inch springs, but if it had 56-inch springs, they'd be back here, and then this little slot right here is for where the rivets would be. So this has to go on the inside, very important. This will be on the outside, but for the bumper, it'll be on the inside. So I'll simply put this up here, I'll mark my holes, and then I'll use an 1/8-inch drill bit first, because a lot of times when you're using your larger drill bit, 7/16 and stuff, they'll walk around on you a lot. So get your 1/8-inch hole first, and then your other drill bit will go in nice and neat. I'll get this all set up, bolt on my other piece here, and show you what it looks like when it's done. So that's it, we're done. This is basically just a paint by numbers, bolt it on, cut it up, drill the holes, bolt it back together, and you've got a short bed. Long beds are very plentiful. A lot of times they're in better shape, come with more options, and are less expensive by a boatload. So you can get yourself a long bed, cut it on down, have a short bed, and you're ready to rock for a lot less money. My name is David Welch. I'm at Brothers Tech Center every single week, making sure your truck gets back on the road and looks good too. You make sure you check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, because I'm going to do another video on this. It's going to be more lengthy. I'll get into all of the nitty-gritty details, give you some more helpful, handy hints. So if you don't subscribe, you're going to miss that, and that's just not right, man.